Satnam, and welcome to the Kriya for Radiant Skin. This Kriya is a really lovely Kriya to detox the body. It really helps us activate the radiant body to activate our natural glow. And, you know, when we have a lot of emotions or when we have a lot of stuckness, like things that we just don't want to let out, it actually really robs us from our radiance. So this Kriya is really restorative, and it'll really support you to feel more brilliant and more energized and more alive. You will absolutely develop your glutes, your abdomen, your calves. It works on the whole entire lower body. And this particular video is simply an intro video. The times in this Kriya are really long, so you really need to build up to it. And I just have found personally that the most effective way to work is to really give yourself permission to show up fully in your capacity and develop your capacity to stick with it and stay present, as opposed to trying to do the extended full time and then hardly show up to it. So with that in mind, I just want to welcome you and invite you to come into a nice seated position. Just closing your eyes, come inward, rubbing palms as you center into and within yourself first and foremost. Taking a nice breath in and exhale. Just deepening your relationship with yourself. Bringing in your intention for yourself today. We're going to tune in with Adi Mantra. Inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale and exhale. Just resting, just noticing how the body feels. I want to do a little bit of warm up with the lower back. Since the lower back is going to be very available to what we do today, just inviting you to do some Sufi grinds, moving from your center. So this is a warm-up piece. Keeping the chin and neck lock, right angle to the body. What you'll notice is when you do that, the head stops moving wildly. It really just kind of stabilizes the entire structure so that the movement is really more at your core and you are rooted and grounded into the floor as opposed to moving from the upper body. This is going to be very important for this Kriya, so just open up your awareness of that as you move through this. And let's reverse. So overall, this Kriya has 3 movements and then a closing structure. So it seems simple, and you'll just build time into it. So let's inhale, center, and exhale, resting, noticing how the body receives that. Okay, your structure is going to be the essential part of this Kriya. So really paying attention to that concept of right effort that I invite you into. You're rooted in through the sit bones. You're making sure that that chin is at a right angle, the shoulders are relaxed. So it really has to do with that structure that you build into it. Your feet are active, you can see, rather than relaxed. So if I'm relaxed, I'm actually not rooted. So the minute I root, everything comes into action. And that's where I want to be to support this first movement. If you don't do that, what will happen is that you'll rely on your lower back, and you'll actually feel it in your lower back. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our arms alongside the body. And some of us are made different than others. My arm length works well. If for some reason your arm length is too short, you can fold some blankets and just make sure that you can kind of stabilize yourself. You're not really using your arms for support. You're just settling into the posture. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a push-pull action. So we're going to slide the heel of the right foot as my knee bends, and then as my right knee comes in, extending left, and then right, left, right. So it's like a piston movement. And that's all you're going to do. So you might need to bring a blanket or something underneath you so that you don't get carpet rub. If you have a sheepskin, sheepskins are great for it. But otherwise, you need a surface where you can actually do this. So we're just going to basically do this piston movement for a while. So focusing at the brow point, and just begin. The breath is going to fall into place naturally. You don't have to worry about any kind of a specific breath. I like to inhale as my right knee comes in and exhale as my left knee pushes out, but it really doesn't matter. There isn't any specified breath for this particular movement. And what you'll find is that you'll feel it in your thighs and you'll feel it in your abdomen. And what's happening when that happens is that you're actually engaging the glandular secretion that is supporting cellular regeneration and detoxification in the body. So keep going. The invitation is to really get lost in the motion. And I like that because it's kind of like you almost feel like a choo-choo train. So just do the best you can. Go deep in the brow point. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add one more dimension. So we're going to bring the arms straight out in front, and this time you're going to coordinate the movement. So your arms stay straight out, and I like to think of it as the leg extends, the arm drops. And just continue. You're just continuing with this movement, doing the best you can to stay with it. Root, keep the chin at a right angle, focus deep at the brow point, get lost in the motion. Inhaling sat, exhaling nam. Keep yourself focused on the mantra. Doing great. Stay with it. Your pores will open. You might sweat. This is a deep detox, so stay with it. You're almost there. And inhale. And exhale. Whew. Come onto your back. Stretch it out. Rock side to side. And then just relax there. Breathing long and deep. Allow the body to receive what you've done. Just really be open to the experience. Beautiful. We're going to bring the heels together, arms alongside the body. And what we're going to do now is we're going to build and release tension in the nervous system. And we're going to do this by simply allowing the hips to rise and drop. So the way I like to think of this is the closer you have your heels together, the more you give structure to the body. And literally you're pressing down into the feet to just allow the body to rise and then releasing so that the body drops. So these are very powerful body drops and you're just going to keep going. Do the best you can. If for some reason this is not going to work for you, a modification you can do is just to bend your knees and bring your feet close to your buttocks so that you're really activating that energy at the base of the spine. But you want to be really gentle with your body. So keep going. Do the best you can to stay with it. The breath is going to kind of fall into place. Everything else as best as you can, deeply relaxed. The only thing that's happening is you're pressing down just enough to raise the hips. And I promise you that you will feel it in a good way. You'll feel your energy extending and expanding because you are getting rid of so much tension in the body. Focus deep at the brow point. And inhale, lifting those hips, squeeze the root lock. Exhale, relax.
With your next breath, bring your knees to the chest, wrap your arms around. If it works for you, rocking up and down, making sure that you bring the chin to the chest. Otherwise, side to side. Coming all the way forward, either rocking to the side and gently rolling or rocking forward. We're going to do the same thing that we did before, that we just did, except we're going to do it on our bellies. So what we're doing here is we're activating the power of the second chakra, which is the reproductive organs, all of that. It's your sexual energy, which is your creative energy. And when you use it on behalf of your own self, it becomes a self-healing, powerful, energetic, it just gives you access to self-healing, basically, because it reverts that creative energy into self-healing energy. So that's what we're going to do. So there's two ways to think about it. You can either bring the chin onto the floor, or if it works more comfortably to bring the forehead, just allow yourself to find your own way here. And it's the same idea. Heels together, arms alongside the body, relaxed. The entire body is relaxed, and the only thing that's moving is that contact to the floor that allows the hips to lift, and then you release. So keep going. Again, the breath is going to come into its own rhythm. Make the entire body relaxed. The only effort is to just press the feet into the floor to raise the hips and then immediately release so that the hips drop. Focus deep at the brow point. And inhale. And exhale. And you're going to either stay on your stomach if that feels supportive, or you're going to press back. Sitting on the heels, stretch it out there. Find a way to support yourself to deeply relax. Now take your next inhale to bring hands towards the knees or stretch into if you're not there yet, just bringing yourself seated onto your heels and then gently rolling up to come to our final physical movement. Arms are extended out to the sides. We're going to be doing a series of cat stretches. So the legs are straight out. The arms are alongside the body in a T. So your body's in a T. Palms are facing down. And what we're going to do is we're going to coordinate a little breath and action. So as you bring the right knee in, you're going to exhale as you take it down to the left and look to your right. So you're going to bring the head opposite of the knee and then take your inhale to transition, reversing. Inhale as you transition. And remember that the exhale, the head turns opposite from the leg. And keep going. Do the best you can to keep the shoulders on the floor. Find your rhythm, make it fluid. Conscious movement. And stop the action. Take a nice breath in. And exhale. And simply allow yourself here to deeply relax and go into a total relaxation. You might need to make any movement or adjustments, supporting yourself, bringing a blanket, whatever it is that you need. Just take a moment to do that slowly as you invite yourself to really know that this is the place of deep relaxation. Inviting you to, as you are ready, really surrender into the body and the weight of the body onto the floor, feeling the subtle effects of the Kriya as you bring your attention inward deeply to the body. Inviting you to bring your awareness and attention to release and relax the entire body from toes to head. As you bring a moment of awareness to your toes, feet, and ankles, relaxing, releasing, and letting go. Inviting your attention to your calves, to the knees, the hamstrings and thighs. Releasing, relaxing, and letting go. Inviting the pelvis and hip to soften. Bringing your attention and awareness to the torso, the back, the navel point, the chest. Allowing yourself to take a nice exhale as you deepen the relaxation and surrender everything to the breath. Inviting your shoulders to soften and release. Noticing the arms softening. Relaxing the fingers, the palms, the hand. Inviting your awareness once again to the neck area this time. Really noticing the opening of the neck muscles. Inviting the entire body structure, neck structure into the cranial structure to release, relax, and receive. Softening the face of the facial muscles, the features, opening. Inviting the eyes to soften, nose to soften, the mouth to soften. Knowing that everything now is done and opening to the experience of deep relax. Relaxing, relaxing, letting go. And now inviting you to take a nice deep breath in. Suspending the breath as you gently bring the awareness back into the body and exhale. Wiggling fingers and toes, rotating wrists and ankles in one direction and then in the other. Taking a nice deep breath in as you stretch arms over the head along the floor, stretch. And exhale as you rub palms over the heart, soles of the feet up in the air. Eyes are still closed, briskly and vigorously bringing yourself fully into your body. Feet to the earth, palm the eyes as you prepare the eyes for the light by opening eyes inside and slowly releasing the arms, extending arms and legs for a cat stretch as we bring the right knee in over to the left. Breathing and reversing on your next breath.
Hugging both knees to the chest when you're ready, rocking side to side. And either staying side to side, or if it works, chin to the chest to come forward and back. And coming all the way forward to come to a seated position. So I hope you enjoy this Kriya. So you pretty much have the full Kriya. The full time for most of them is 15 minutes, so 13 to 15 minutes. And I've included that in the instructions. You can go ahead and just use this as a starter and then just build slowly, more and more, like a minute every week. As you feel confident in this, you can just keep adding. And I know that you will enjoy it. Let's close. Take a nice breath in. Satnam. Thank you so much for being here. See you next time. Satnam.